would like to invite the woman who established Vinnova chapter in Israel and was at the headquarters of Vinnova Sweden, the innovation attaché of the Swedish embassy to Israel, Anne-Marie Fineman.
It's a pleasure for me to be here this afternoon. I think innovation has never actually been more important than now, considering all the challenges the world is facing at the moment. And collaborative innovation between different disciplines, between different sciences, between different countries, between different types of organizations is even more important. And it's an essential tool to create sustainable growth and to contribute to countries like Sweden, also the only way to maintain or increase our competitiveness. So Vinnova is Sweden's innovation agency, and we established an office here in Israel in 2018. And our job here is to promote and facilitate innovation collaboration between Sweden and Israel. It's about connecting Sweden's and Israel's both very strong ecosystems for innovation. So Vinnova is, as I mentioned, Sweden's innovation agency. And as such, we aim to build Sweden's innovation capacity and contribute to sustainable growth. And our vision is that Sweden is an innovative force in a sustainable world. And our role is then to identify relevant projects and initiatives, to mobilize the relevant actors and participants, mobilize the ecosystems to participate in initiatives, and then also to finance the execution of projects and initiatives. And through that, we will contribute to building an even stronger ecosystem for innovation. And our approach is it's a broad spectrum. We do focus on the UN SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, and that's a lot of where our focus is. As an agency, we are a government agency. We report to the Ministry for Enterprise and Innovation. There are about 200 employees, most of us in Stockholm, although we have one office in Silicon Valley that we've had for about 8 years. And then the second one we have is here in Tel Aviv that we established in 2018. We provide grants for projects, and we have a budget of around 310 million euro a year, and we fund around 4,000 projects each year. The office here in Tel Aviv, it came about, it's a pilot initiative. It's not really been done this way before. It's a joint effort between the Swedish Ministry for Foreign Affairs and the Ministry for Enterprise and Innovation. So it's unique in that sense, and it's a government assignment. So the idea is for the office to have a presence, the office to be a Swedish presence here in Israel, to connect the two ecosystems and to provide support and guidance to organizations who wish to collaborate in Sweden, who wish to collaborate with Israel, and in Israel, those organizations who wish to collaborate with Sweden. The idea, how we do that, is to develop and build and initiate various types of structures and platforms and processes to facilitate and promote collaboration. The role here is also very, very closely connected to the Swedish embassy. I'm also the innovation counsellor at the embassy. We do a lot of our work together. We have two offices. So I have an office in Rothschild in Mindspace and also one at the embassy. So it's a very, very close collaboration, which is very beneficial. Sweden has a long tradition of innovation and is ranked as one of the world's most innovative countries, as is Israel. And here you can see some of the similarities and differences that we have. We do have similarities also in the sense that the number of people who live in Sweden is approximately 10 million, which is similar to the number of people here in Israel. Geographically, though, Sweden is about 22 times bigger, so we have a little bit more space. In the rankings, I think we rank, we kind of follow each other quite good in various rankings, although there are differences and similarities and complementarities that we think would be advantageous in collaborative projects. We can take advantage of that. So I'd just like to tell you a little bit about some of the initiatives that we're establishing. Obviously, the activities and initiatives here in Israel are still under development, and we do initiate new things all the time. We have a couple of bigger initiatives that we're working on at the moment. The biggest one is something called the Connector. It's an online platform, a matchmaking process, and an event in order to facilitate the forming of project consortia between Israeli and Swedish organizations, so that they can do innovation projects together, funded through the Eurostars instrument. And there's a triple helix model, so that we have both the multinationals, we have small and medium-sized enterprises, we have startups, and this is from both countries participating, and also academia. The matchmaking process is currently going on. We have the event here in Israel, in Tel Aviv, on the 24th of March this year. The focus on this particular event is artificial intelligence. So I would encourage you, if you are interested in participating, please have a look at the website, theconnector.co.il, and where you can find out more information, and you can also register if you'd like to participate. Or please feel free to contact me if you'd like to know more. Another thing we're looking at is to establish a Sweden-Israel Innovation Hub. This is a very, very early stage still. We're currently in the process of completing a pre-study. It'll be completed by March this year. The idea is to establish a physical hub here in Israel, with also some possible satellite hubs in Sweden. So that the hub here could provide a landing pad to Swedish organizations, but we would also be able to provide landing pads in various relevant innovation centers in Sweden. At the moment, the pre-study aims to find out, is this possible? Is it a good idea? Who would it be for? Why? What is it supposed to achieve? How is it going to be financed, etc., etc. So we're looking forward to the report here in March. The work will focus on the SDGs. Normally, our focus areas are in artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. And from an industry perspective, we tend to work mostly with the automotive industry around smart mobility and also on digital health. But we are a little bit opportunistic, so we do try to catch good ideas and use them and take advantage of them as we can. And we're very pleased also to collaborate with the Innovation Center Denmark here in Israel, who organized Agri-Food Tech Boot Camp. And that is also another type of structure that we'd like to see happen in other areas as well. So we've had a number of Swedish startups coming over to Israel for a one-week boot camp. We think it's important all the time to question and reflect on what we do. We need to constantly ask ourselves and others and be open to new ideas and innovative solutions in our own work. So we need to constantly ask ourselves, are we doing the right things? Are we doing things right? And what do you think? Thank you.